as a freshman, you're brand new in this environment. You're scared to death. You don't know if you can do this. And here you are walking the pathways here at WNL, and people are speaking to you and being kind to you. And that was an incredible thing that I think brings out honesty, creativity, gives students the agency, if you will, to be as authentic as they can be.
No, the speaking tradition signals that everyone here matters, everyone here is respected, and everyone here is an equal participant in contributing to and sustaining our community of trust.
It made a level playing field, that it didn't matter what fraternity or sorority you were in, what your major was, or whether you played sports or not. You said hi to each other. You recognized and acknowledged that you had something in common called shared humanity. And I found that to be powerful regardless of what else was going on.
The speaking tradition means everything to me. I came to America as a war refugee from Ukraine. And when I came to WNL, I saw that we can live, because how you talk and greet others is the way you live your life in such a completely fundamentally different way. To open everything with a smile, to be nice to people. And that's the way I want to live my life, and I want my family and children to live their lives.
Well, the speaking tradition was new to me. I didn't quite understand it. But when you are immersed in it, you just kind of go with the flow. And then after a while, you start to unconsciously appreciate the benefits. People you don't know, but you see on a regular basis, you speak to them as you pass. It creates a connection. And you don't really appreciate that connection until years later. And you may not remember each other's names, you remember each other's faces. And once you leave campus, you're out here in this wide world, you run into each other, you stop, you speak.
My middle daughter lived in New York at the start of her career. She was going down the street in New York, and there was a man with a trident on his hat. And he was 60-ish, 70-ish, and she was 20-ish. And she thought, well, what the heck, I'll speak to him. Well, she said, hi, my name's Sarah. And he said, hi, my name's Tom Wolf. He was the class of 51, she was the class of 07, and they had a bond.
I think the speaking tradition is hugely relevant today, especially in the time, and I sound like an old person, but of walking phone zombies, when it's so easy to stay connected to your media and devices all the time. So having this custom of stopping and greeting people and keeping your eyes off your devices is very important to me.
Sometimes I can get caught on a call walking across campus, but I think that generally speaking, the speaking tradition to me is doing my best to make sure that I get to acknowledge hopefully everyone that I see on campus that day, or in town, or anywhere else.
I think when I talk to my friends from bigger schools, when they tell me that they can go an entire day without seeing someone that they know, and even when they do, sometimes they won't acknowledge them, and at WNL that just doesn't happen. On the way over here today, I think I saw 4 different people. I was stopped twice to have a conversation. So yeah, that really shows how special it is.
You're going to spend 4 years here, 4 extremely formative years. You might as well do it at a place that welcomes you, that is friendly by nature, that encourages people to speak to you. It's just a different daily experience.
So when I think about the speaking tradition as a student at WNL, it was the icing on the cake of what was an incredible experience. And it helped create the foundation of this beautiful, small-knit community that we have at WNL. And it continues today as someone who's been out for over 2 decades. I love so much walking through campus. If I see someone wearing a WNL soccer shirt, I will stop them and be that annoying alum and ask them if they play on the soccer team, and then form a connection with them.
Simply saying hello to everybody and acknowledging their humanity as you walk across campus. I can't think of anything or any time, I should say, where that tradition would be more important than the times we live in today.
Our national discourse is so divisive, and the speaking tradition makes it kind of hard for you to have that attitude, because if you're going to speak with people, you're going to look them in the eye. You say, good morning, how are you doing? And it makes you think twice before you're going to be unhospitable, until it gets to the point where you're just civil.
I think it's 100% still here, and I think we all have a responsibility to keep it going, and I take that responsibility really seriously when I walk through campus.
It's what drew me to WNL in the first place. It just really makes me feel at home here.